What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Okay? I want to talk about these Draco women again, specifically Shadi Doja, or Esmeralda as she is known in that society. I want to talk about these pity parties that she would sit around and have with these other Draco women as a result of any type of argument that we would get in or anything like that. It would always be like I was the one starting or the one who was the cause of the drama. Hey. And so let's take this on back to the ship. Okay. Now this sort of like gaslighting and like projection. Okay, take it back to the ship as I traveled down to the body, and all of this torturous stuff was happening with myself, being questioned by these motherfucking archons, who were not in their original form, who took on human forms throughout the simulation. As we go in between the lifetimes, where I would be in that chair. I would be in some kind of chair, kind of laid back. I'm seeing myself in a trance. I am seeing myself in hypnosis and things of this nature as these questions are being asked. Again, I was not disassociating, but I was outside of my body. This was like my higher self outside of my body, watching these creatures who took on human form, um, uh, interview me or ask me these questions after each one of those lifetimes. Of course, manipulating me and gaslighting me into believing that I was the one in the wrong when it was me who was being manipulated against in order to do the things that I was doing in those lifetimes anyway. For instance, going from Lilith to the Gale, when this brotherhood were the ones who had me tied to that table and being killed by my own counterpart. So, the next lifetime, I ain't no way in the fuck I would, in my right mind, would I have been in cahoots with this brotherhood, and they be like my right hand men, and we all together in cahoots and doing this, that, and the third together, leading up to signing that damn contract. Okay. Let's go ahead and call our light sparks back from that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that were lost or got caught up within those interviews in between those lifetimes where these creatures were questioning me, and they ain't had no motherfucking business questioning me because they don't have no authority over me. And making it out like I was the one in the wrong. This is how I slowly lost that self-esteem as I traveled down into the lifetime as Oshun. This is how I lost that self-esteem, thinking of myself as some way when I was not that way, when I was manipulated into being that way. Are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay, so now we get down into this lifetime in the root chakra, where this is the most solid of them all. This is the most concrete of them all, and this is the hardest, the one hardest to maneuver in any way. I gotta tell you that these motherfuckers had my energy, my soul energy hooked into this, that, and the third. They had the shit hooked into the hospital system. They had the shit hooked into the prison system. They had the shit just hooked everywhere, and energy's being siphoned up out of my soul with the way they had the shit hooked up as we entered into the root chakra. Now let's go ahead and do these decrees. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that were hooked up to this, that, and the third as we travel down the body, as they continue to steal that energy and siphon that energy based on that manipulation, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child, which is none other than myself, bitch. Okay? So, again, we down here in this lifetime. I'm born down through that vagina, which I should not have been born down through a vagina anyway, but here we go. I'm born down through Esmeralda, as she is known in that society, Princess Esmeralda, but here the bitch name was Sharita, okay? I'm born down through her and through her life, of course, the molestations and the experiments and the gay and her trying to beat the gayotomy and the abuse and all of that shit. Even after all of that she done did and did not doing. Okay, this bitch would have the nerve to sit around having conversations about me being the actress that she is, the Oscar-worthy actress and the pathological liar that she has always been. You can't believe shit the bitch say. The bitch will lie and believe her own lies. That's how diabolical she is. She will literally believe what she done said. Mentally ill. Okay? Now, this bitch would sit around with these other Draco women, Charlene, Sharon, Nikki, Debbie, Princess, having these motherfucking pity parties about whatever. If I did something like what? Maybe we got into an argument, or man, something like that. Even Quan too. This bitch Quan, I'm gonna talk about her with them pink and black lips. The bitch got some pink and black pit bull lips, and we're gonna talk about Quan in more detail. I'm gonna get that whore. These pity parties that she would sit around having and crying, sitting around screaming, hollering, and crying, acting, putting on, needing attention. And this bitch, this old bitch, about 60, 70 years old now. No, she about 58, 59, 60, needing pity and needing attention from these other Draco women. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that are caught up, lost, and stolen within those pity parties, within any of those pity parties that Sharita done had with those other nasty Draco bitches, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child, bitch. Do you hear me? Okay, I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that remain stuck, lodged, or stolen within the midst of any of that magic, that with that pity and them cloaking themselves in my energy, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child, bitch, the incomprehensible one, bitch, me. Okay? Now, what else about these pity parties? I decree and declare this to be effective immediately. This is permanently across all realms, timelines, and dimensions. I decree and declare this bitch, Sharita Esmeralda, I already did, but I'm going to do it again. Banished, permanently, blocked from accessing my energy at any time, across all realms, timelines, and dimensions. Thank you. Bye-bye.